Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Diabetes 180 with Lewis Bertus, your physician assistant and diabetes reversal health coach. Today we're talking about the Lose It app. I'm going to show you a very basic guide on how to use this amazing app. My wife has used it to help her along her weight loss journey, and I also have my clients use it in their journey towards weight loss and diabetes reversal. So this is an example meal for the Diabetes 180 program, kale, chickpea, and sweet potato soup. All right, this is what we'll be entering into our Lose It app. With the Diabetes 180 program, by the way, you also get a meal plan that includes over 280 recipes that you could add into the day or have pre-customized into your day so that you always know what you're going to eat next. All right, and going down here is your ingredients, and we'll be entering these into the app. Here is a basic tutorial on how to use the Lose It app. So here is the dashboard, and the first place you want to go to is the goal settings. And to do that, you click on your profile picture in the right corner, and where it says goal, right here, touch that. And this is where you want to set up a certain weight loss goal. Or if you're just looking to maintain your current weight, you can do that as well. And this uses a specific calculation to measure how many calories you need to consume per day to maintain or reach a certain goal weight. For myself, this is just an example. If my current weight is 235 pounds and my goal weight is to lose 10 pounds, then I would be reaching that goal according to the Lose It app if I stay within my budget by Saturday, August 12th. Today is July 7th. So this calculates about 2 pounds per week, which is a pretty good goal if you want to avoid losing muscle mass while losing weight and maintain fat loss. Okay, now I go back to the dashboard, and here is where I would enter my first meal for the day, starting my new weight loss program or diabetes reversing program, which will show you how. All right, so here you'll see a plus button. You touch that, and let's say we're starting our meal with breakfast. There's a lot of other features you can do on this app, but we're just going to do the basics. All right, so for breakfast, let's say I want to scan a food item. You just click the scan, or you could search for the food item by name. All right, so let's scan the raisins I had for breakfast. All right, so this scans the raisins, and I'll say how much I used. This is just an example. So let's say, okay, I use 40 grams of raisins for breakfast. All right, and then I want to scan my next food item, which was oatmeal that I ate. All right, and let's say, for example, it was half cups, and of course you could change this by cups or by tablespoons, quarts, fluid ounces. So you could change the measurement accordingly. All right, and that was my breakfast. See, now it tells me I had 270 calories for my budgeted calories for the day, and that go ahead and figure that out pretty easily. And then you'll have your macronutrients, which what we teach in Diabetes 180 is to always keep your fat percentage below 15% for the day. Okay. And so far I'm right on track. All right. So that's one way to enter a measurement for a meal. And there's another way that we use quite often because we use a lot of recipes in Diabetes 180. So what you're going to do is go back and touch your profile picture in the right corner. All right. And you're going to add a recipe for a meal you created for lunch. All right. So you scroll down to where it says recipes and touch that. And the recipe, as we showed before, that we're going to be eating for lunch is a kale and chickpea salad. So create the recipe, search for for the ingredients. Going back real quick, you could also add them from the web, but that is if you have a premium account, or you can just pass ingredients with a premium account. But all right, first thing you do is add the name of the recipe. We'll call it kale, chickpea, and sweet potato. And this is nice because then you could use this in the future anytime. The serving size for this recipe is 6 servings, and then you go just like before, you add the food items. So in adding the food items, this recipe is pretty simple, not a lot of ingredients. That's why I love it. So first ingredient would be the carrots, and I will put the carrots. It calls for 2 medium-sized carrots. So you could even select the size of the food item. And what you could also do here is click verified only. That means that the app has verified the accuracy. So some people can actually self-report the nutrients of a recipe of an item or recipe, but if it's been verified by Lose It app, then you know you can trust it more. So you can click that, and that green check mark, it means it's been verified. So a chickpea can, the can I used of chickpeas, is half a cup and it's 3.5 servings, so it's 1.75 cups. And that was the last ingredient. So now that you have all the ingredients in this recipe, you can see how many calories are in this one serving. Now this is a recipe, and what I want to do is go back to the dashboard here and add for the day that for lunch I had this recipe. So I go to the recipe, select it, and I had 1 serving. Now you got your breakfast and your lunch for Friday, keeping you at your fat percentage 8%. Carbs went up, protein went up. Of course, you might have something for dinner. You do the same thing, either add the ingredients or go ahead and add a new recipe. All right, and then it will track it every day. Another very useful feature is that using the Lose It app, you can see your past meals and progress. So this is my wife's profile. This shows about a month ago, June 9th, what her budget was that day, and the fact that she went over by 348 calories, not a big deal, you know, especially since she made up for it the next day. But you can see what breakfast she had and what dinner she had for that day. My wife practices intermittent fasting, so you know, she skips a meal a day, at least sometimes 2. And then the next day, again, you'll see what, you know, her budget was, how many calories under her goal or over her goal, and the meals for the day. Another cool feature is you could change the calories to see how much macronutrients you had for the day, and it'll show you, you know, how many macronutrients that day had in completing. So that concludes our video for today. And in closing, I'd like to quote 3 John 1 verse 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. See you next week.